a pile of circuit boards. And these days, there could be more gold in a landfill than in a mine. But extracting it is an expensive and polluting process, often carried out at toxic dumps. Now, a New Zealand startup has found a cleaner and safer way to do that. And its secret ingredient comes from nature, microscopic organisms that evolved to absorb precious metals. But can this complex process reinvent how we deal with the world's fastest growing waste stream? We visited the test plant to find out. Mint innovation begins with the circuit boards that are inside nearly every electronic device.
So this is how the electronics, the circuit boards, this is how we receive them, cut up, treated into pieces.
The company says it sources all raw material from a local recycler.
Exporting.
I think that if it's easier to get valuable metals from e-waste, countries will choose to deal with it locally.
A lot of the gold's wrapped up in these chips.
The first step is to grind the circuit boards into a sand-like consistency. Workers shovel this sand into a reactor, which mixes it with inexpensive chemicals.
Those acids and oxidants are pretty commonly available industrial chemicals.
Next, machines pump the mixture into a filter press to separate the liquids from the solids. This blue fluid contains a high concentration of copper, tin, and other less valuable metals. Of copper, tin, and other less valuable metals. Mint uses electricity to pull out the copper.
We simply put that through a series of plates, pass it over that have electric current flowing through them, and that plates out the copper from solution.
The metals that pay the bills are the gold, the palladium, the copper and the tin because they're most abundant and most valuable.
But at this step in Mint's process, palladium and gold are still stuck in the solids. They're harder to dissolve and require another chemical bath.
For the precious metals, you need something with a little bit more oomph, so that's why we break it into two stages.
The next step in Mint's process makes it one of a kind, and it requires the help of nature.
We're the first people to use microorganisms to selectively concentrate precious metals. We're kind of inventing the whole technology.
Mint's team identified these tiny helpers in 2017 through a series of research trips to places like abandoned mines or fields with rusty equipment. Bacteria and fungi that evolved to bond with specific metals.